Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So as we all know, the other day, Joel Embiid went down with an injury. Now, at the making of this video, we do not know the extent of that injury. It could simply just be like a precaution to hold him out for the rest of the regular season until the bubble playoffs begin. And as we all know, Ben Simmons is out for the entire season, guys. So a lot of people are kind of speculating that this could perhaps be the end of the process, or at least the start of a new process, right? So for today's video, this is actually based off of the video I did yesterday, the Ben Simmons Cleveland Cavaliers trade rumors, which is essentially saying that the Cavaliers think they have a trade package that could convince, the 76ers to let go of their all-star point guard, right, man? So we are doing the 76ers side of this trade for today's video, man. Now, before we get going on it, I do have a question. Do you guys want me to start doing like 2021 offseason rebuilds for teams as they burst away from the bubble? For example, like the Washington Wizards and Pelicans and Kings, those teams are no longer in playoff contention. If you want me to do rebuilds for those teams as, teams get eliminated and stuff too, leave a like on this video so I know you want to see that content. And of course, man, check out my second channel, Extra Crispy, for daily NBA content over there. So, I'm not going to go too in-depth into the trade. Link in the description below is to the Cleveland Cavaliers side of this, so I'm not really going to talk about them at all. And I'll talk, obviously, about the 76ers side of things right here. So this is the trade that actually had pretty good feedback on. People were saying that this actually seemed pretty realistic given the circumstances. Obviously, there's people that disagree with it. There's always going to be those type of people, right, man? But, yeah, the trade was Ben Simmons, Mike Scott in exchange for Kevin Love, Kevin Porter Jr., Darius Garland, and 3 first-round draft picks, guys. Now, why would the 76ers do this trade? Well, for one, it allows them an opportunity to go out there, maybe sign a veteran point guard, and also groom their new future leader in Darius Garland, who, I mean, could really be a top point guard one day, man. I mean, for coming off a major injury, and I think he had a decent rookie season. I mean, based off the circumstance, Kevin Porter Jr. looks like he could really be a scorer of the future for the squad right here. And of course, Kevin Love fits in instantly on that power forward position alongside Joel Embiid. Yes, it's a very expensive front court, but at the same time, if you're going for a championship right now, Kevin Love as like a second or third option on this team definitely is not a bad route, man. Of course, draft picks are always nice too, right? So looking at the team as of right now, we've of course got Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Kevin Love, kind of is like our big three out there. I know the big, elephant in the room is, Al Horford saying, well, Crispy, you're going to pay, all this money to all these guys already, and then Al Horford's going to come off the bench? Hell no, man. Al Horford, we're going to trade his ass away, bro. We're going to get something back for him, hopefully a shooting guard or something like that. Now, we do have Josh Richardson at the shooting guard position currently. I know he just came off of like a huge game. He had like 37 points. I'd like to keep him around, but if there's a good trade offer out there, I won't lie, man. I'll definitely consider getting rid of him. Or even to the extent where maybe I put him at small forward and look to trade Tobias Harris. I can see myself going either route over there. Because like I said, man, we definitely are going to need something out there for a veteran point guard. Because Darius Garland's cool and everything. But he's just not ready yet. He's not ready to be the starting point guard on a team that wants to contend for a championship, right? But one thing I do know is we have a ton of guards on this team. We got Alec Burks, of course, the Matisse Thybulle, Shake Milton. So we have a lot of different directions we can go in, and we definitely have another trade package out there to really go for a big name player, right? So I think that is going to be the route. Now, the first trade I want to do, I know I just said we have a ton of guards on this team, but there's one team in particular that I think has a player that fits in instantly with this team, and that is actually going to be the Sacramento Kings with the man Buddy Hield, who is currently their highest rated player on this team. Yo, where is... Bro, where? Oh, he must be a free agent or something. De'Aaron Fox. He's probably restricted. I was like, where's De'Aaron Fox at? But no, Buddy Hield. Obviously, man, his three-point shot is one of the best in the NBA. It's not a great situation with him on the Kings right now. We didn't really get along with the coaching staff. And, of course, they have kind of gone with the Bogdanovich route. So, yeah, I think we can get him for pretty cheap out here. And just like that, Al Horford for Buddy Hield. So why do the Kings do this trade? Well, they get a very versatile front court player that could be a good mentor to, Marvin Bagley. Essentially, you can have Al Horford and Marvin on the court at the same time. One less year on his contract compared to Buddy Hield. And I mean, Buddy Hield obviously is younger, but at the same time, if they're not using him, you might as well get a guy that you're going to use out there in Al Horford. So we are going to do this trade and get Buddy Hield in exchange for Al Horford. Now, keep in mind, there could be like a second-round pick or something like that that's attached to it. But in this case, we're not doing it because it's not that big a deal, and it was not offered up in the trade finder, right? Okay, so I like that for a first move. I think I'm going to hold off on the point guard spot until after the draft. Actually, we don't really even have any draft picks. So we currently have, Brett Brown is the coach of this team. C+, B, B-. I mean, Honestly, we probably should look to get rid of him, but I don't think I'm going to do it this season because there's not like a ton of head coaches available. Obviously, Greg Popovich is there, guys, but I'm not taking him away from the San Antonio Spurs. So, yeah, we're not going to get him on the team, but that's fine. Okay. Yeah, NBA draft, not going to worry too much about that this time around. Like I said, we got a pretty young point guard already in Darius Garland, and we don't have any draft picks anyway. For this season, we had a second-round pick, but yeah, I mean, Jaden McDaniels is cool. Like I said, don't really plan on using any of these rookies, though. We already got enough young guys on this team. Furkan Korkmaz for $1.76 million. Like, Furkan's pretty cool. Knocks down some shots and stuff, but I don't really see a scenario where he's in my rotation, if I'm being honest, with some of the other guys we have on this team. But we will get him back at least for some trade bait. Hopefully, he's trade for a starting veteran point guard. Because I know in free agency, we are not going to have a lot of money freed up, guys. Like, we got so much money tied up in other guys. Yeah, we just don't have any money to use here. So this is definitely going to be a rebuild that's very focused on trades and stuff like that. So with that being said, I'm actually going to skip free agency right here. All our guys are pretty much signed that I know of. Yeah, all our guys are good to go. So I'm going to simulate two at the beginning of the regular season, see what the rotation's looking like, and hopefully make a few trades. Okay, so as of right now, this is what the team is looking like. We got Darius Garland, Buddy Hield, Tobias Harris, Kevin Love, and Joel Embiid. For the bench unit, we got Matisse Thybulle, Josh Richardson, Shake Milton, Kevin Porter Jr. I mean, we got a ton of guys out here, man. It's getting to the point where we have some choices to be made out there. And, you know, I know guys like Shake Milton are fantastic, so it's like I could essentially have him as like a backup point guard and start Darius Garland. I do think that I am going to be ultimately choosing Matisse Thybulle over Josh Richardson. And then, of course, you know, Kevin Porter is the newest addition to this team. So I don't really see a world where Josh Richardson can stay on this team, man. Despite how great he can be at times, it might be a good opportunity to look elsewhere. And then we got Shake Milton, he's 24. I know, like, he's a really solid player, but if the opportunity presents itself for me to trade for a veteran point guard, I have a feeling Shake Milton is going to need me to be a part of that because we already have Darius Garland, who would be the backup point guard, right, man? So, like I said, it's a lot of tough choices to be made out here, but they got to be made in the end of the day. So, we are going to look for a trade of Shake. I'm going to toss in Richardson, and we're going to see what that gets us out here, man. I guess also maybe like a future first-round pick. We just trade for a lot of them, so we got a few of those to trade away, and we'll see what's offered up. So we got Eric Bledsoe, obviously a good defensive point guard. Could be interesting. I mean, not the greatest trade, but not bad either. It's definitely not bad, like if we were looking for that veteran guy out there. Marcus Smart, Robert Williams, no. Zubac, Leonard Shamet, no. Tyler Hero, Kelly Olynyk, no. All right, so some decent trades, but not really finding exactly what we need. Spencer Dinwiddie would not be too bad. Like, see, I could actually see Spencer Dinwiddie being the perfect fit on this team. Then, obviously, the Brooklyn Nets, you know, they get some really solid offensive players to add to their lineup. It makes sense for both sides. We get Bryn Forbes, who's really not going to be part of a rotation. But the reason I like Dinwiddie is, for one, his contract's fantastic, which we need with these type of deals, right? But also, he could be the starter for right now. Then, eventually, Darius Garland takes over, and Dinwiddie's okay being that six-man point guard. He's already been doing it for a few seasons, right? So, I like that trade a lot. To see if anything else pops out our way. We got Derrick Rose, Luke Kennard. I mean, it would be interesting in the short term. We got Dennis Schroeder, you know, same song and dance as Spencer Dinwiddie, where he's just okay being a backup point guard. We also get Theo Maledon out of it. We don't really need two young point guard prospects like that, though, so that's probably not going to happen. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go over here. I really like the Derrick Rose trade also in the short term, but I don't really have a place for Luke Kennard on this team. So, yeah, we're not going to do that one. Let's do Dinwiddie and Bryn Forbes. That one seems like the most just like, hey, I can see that happening type of trade, right? So now we have a lineup of Dinwiddie. Matisse is actually trying to start over Buddy Hield. We're not trying to have that. So we got this for our starting five. Bench unit going to be looking like this, but obviously we are going to trade for a backup big guy. We can trade Furkan and probably Bryn Forbes in a trade for that. So yeah, looking for a pretty good value backup center, somebody that can play the center in a small forward position, hopefully. So here we go. Furkan, and yeah, at this point, I'll toss Bryn Forbes in the trade too. We'll see what's offered up. I think like Rashawn Holmes, somebody like that would be nice. We got Jeremy Grant, Daniel Gafford. I mean, if we have to do that trade, we'll do that one. We got Tice, 80 overall player. Like I said, versatile. Could play power forward, center. Could play with either Kevin Love or Joel Embiid. Plus, we get Taco Fall. There we go, man. We can work on our future starting center, guys, over Joel Embiid. Now, that's probably not going to happen. But no, I actually do like that trade a lot. I know people get mad when I don't look at every single trade, but sometimes I just find one that makes sense to me, so that's what I'm going to roll with. And what I will do now is I will put Taco into the Delaware Blue Coats. There we go. It'll be a big-ass jacket for him to wear, man. Big-ass coat. And, yeah, starting lineup. I don't know why they try to, like, automatically bench the man Buddy Hield like this. It's kind of disrespectful, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do the rotations and everything like that, but for the most part, guys, that is going to be the starting five. To me, that is definitely 1 billion trillion% a championship team. Then, of course, for the bench unit, it's going to be looking something like this with a 9-man rotation. Loving this team here, guys. It's definitely a new look. Definitely got shooters all around Joel Embiid, which should be fantastic for spacing. I'm going to go ahead, guys, simulate this NBA season, and we're going to see just how good this new process team can do. Okay, so a fantastic regular season for this new look 76er team, 16-21. And you just kind of get like this sense of like just balance and just good fitting pieces that I think the 76ers kind of lacked. You know, this current NBA season. I know there's going to be a lot of 76 fans mad at me about that, but I don't know. I think after losing Ben Simmons, like the team, we'll see what they do out there, right, man? But I just think that they had too many pieces that did not work together. I know we're like positioned as basketball, but at the same time, I still think there needs to be a certain level of chemistry based off the players that are on your team, right? So we got All-NBA first. Hey, Ben Simmons made it for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Good for him. Good for him, man. We also got Joel Embiid making it. We got All-NBA second looking like this and All-NBA third. So we had one player making it, of course. And yeah, we are the first seed in the Eastern Conference. Shout out to the New York Knicks. Yo, Cleveland Cavaliers second in the NBA, or second in the Eastern Conference. We got a little rivalry, man, that might come out of this. Let's go to these player stats on the season. So we got Joel at 24 points, 13 rebounds, 3 blocks per game. Love seeing that. Kevin Love at 17 and 10. Buddy Hield, 16 points, fitting perfectly on this team. Shot 41% from 3. Tobias Harris was shooting lights on, man. 52% field goal percentage and 46% from 3. Dinwiddie, I love the 15 points. Love the 8 assists. I like that he was kind of like the 5th option. Like, he wasn't trying to do too much from the scoring standpoint. He realized there were scorers all around him, so the 8 assists look really good out there. Kevin Porter, leading scorer off the bench. Matisse Thybulle, not too far behind. Of course, he brings the defense also. And then Garland, 8 points and 4 assists. You kind of see the potential with him, guys. I just think it's a few seasons away, but he'll get there eventually. Tice was nice. That rhymed. All right. I guess real quickly, let's see how these Cleveland Cavaliers did too. Oh my God, man. Yo, Colin Sexton and Ben Simmons, absolute best friends. Now, in my rebuild, I put Ben Simmons at the small forward spot, but maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should put him at point guard, right? Okay, here we go. First round, New York Knicks. Simulate round. See how this goes. A lot of people ask me how my simulation goes too quick. It's because I'm on PC. Don't lose in the first round. Oh my God, I was about to say, man. If we were about to lose to the Knicks in the first round, I would have just Control-Alt-Delete this rebuild, guys. 29 for Tobias, 29-14 for Joel Embiid, 16-9 for Spencer Dinwiddie. Okay. Next up, the Atlanta Hawks, a team that's always freaking impossible to get past. Simulate round right here, guys. See how this goes. And in this case, we get past them. Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis take out the Cleveland Cavaliers and Ben Simmons in 7 games. So we don't got to deal with Ben Simmons. What's our reward? We got to deal with Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? But we got 4 players scoring 20-plus points in that closeout game. Here we go. Can we get past Milwaukee? Simulate round right here. And we are in the NBA Finals. And don't get me wrong here, man. I think with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, assuming they can stay healthy, that's a Finals team. It's just last season, they were a victim of Kawhi. This season, they were victim of injuries again, right, man? But that team is more than capable of doing it. So I'm not saying they need to go out there and, you know, blow up the team or nothing like that. But it's working out in this case. We do got the Lakers. Here we go. Simulate with Simcast. Game 1. How's this going to go here, man? Are we going to win that championship or are we just going to lose? And then win it next season, hopefully, right? Game 1 is not looking so good. A little back and forth, but ultimately, yeah, we choke. 123-119. 32-10, Kevin Love against his former teammate LeBron James. 80 dropping 37, 33-10 for LeBron. Yeah, not too good. Let's go ahead and simulate the rest of this round right here, guys. And, hey, look at that, man. We get them in a 7-game series. 76ers NBA champions in 1 season. The new process, guys. Joel Embiid, Finals MVP 26 and 12. You'll love to see it here, man. Damn, look at that last game for LeBron James. He tried. Like, he tried. Kuzma dropping 26, 35 for Anthony Davis. Yeah, that was a game 7. So 138, 132, probably an all-time classic right there. Dinwiddie coming up big with the 23 and 9. Tobias Harris, 23 points. Double-double for Kevin Love. Yeah, man, there we have it, guys. Okay, we got 1 more season to go. Look, I never just do 1 season rebuild. I ain't got time for that, man. I gotta do 2 seasons at least. It's a rebuild, man. It's not a what-if. All right, staff signing. I mean, at this point, I feel like I got to keep Brown on the team because, well, I mean, win a championship, right? Can't fire your coach after winning a championship, in my opinion. Isn't that what? No, that's not what happened. No, Nick Nurse was the coach of the Raptors. They fired Dwayne Casey after losing the Eastern Conference or something like that. I don't remember the circumstance, but yeah, he got coach of the year. That was the circumstance. Okay. Here we go, NBA draft. Have no idea what our draft situation is like. I don't remember whose picks we have. We very well could have the first pick in the draft or not even a pick at all. Okay, we have the last pick in the first round. So I'm not too concerned about it. Like I said, they're not going to be in the rotation. I think next season was when the picks start happening, right, man? So we got Isaiah Jackson and Jess Starks. Not going to use either one of those guys. Alrighty, so Dinwiddie's contract is up. This really sucks, man, because of course he was our starting point guard for the championship team. We do got Matisse, Porter, Garland, and now we got J.R. Smith back on really small deals. So we'll see what our salary cap's like. I don't think I'm going to be able to... Yo, Taco's an 80 overall now, by the way. I don't know if I'm able to get Dinwiddie back on the team here, man. Okay, we do actually have bird rights on him, so we can get him back. It's going to be for $26 million. Have no idea how this is going to affect us in the long term. Probably not great, but hey, man, not my problem, guys. It's one more season on this rebuild, right? So we got Dinwiddie back, and oh no. We will have to renounce rights on Taco Fall to do so, it looks like, guys. You know what? I will renounce on Tice, and I will cap hold Taco. I will not have it any other way here, man. Come on now. Yeah, okay, we're looking okay. I'm so sorry, Tice, but it's taco time, man. It's Taco Tuesday, and today's not even Tuesday, man. It's Monday, so that's where we're at with life, I guess. Okay, do we have rights on him? Because I will totally just sign Taco to a contract. Okay, we don't, but we'll probably have the qualifying offer on him here, man. But I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Like I said, it's going to be pretty much the same team. Just we got Taco Fall starting, or playing now, not starting. Sorry. You're not quite Joel Embiid yet, guys. But I will see you at the beginning of the regular season. Okay, guys, so here is the team going into the final season. We are going to stick with Dinwiddie as the starting point guard. I was going to use Darius Garland, but not ready for it yet, man. I'm trying to win this championship the last season. Unfortunately, I did Sacramento King Buddy Hield. I'm putting him as a sixth man. I was noticing, you know, during the course of the playoffs and stuff, he was kind of struggling at scoring. Just not a lot of shot opportunities for him. So hopefully, you know, having Matisse in there for defense and using Buddy Hield to score that second unit can open up some more shots for him. He's still going to play a lot, 29 minutes per game. But yeah, I'm literally, you know, Sacramento King in him. I feel so bad about it. If it doesn't work out, we'll put him back in the starting lineup. But of course, we got Kevin Porter, Darius Garland, and Taco Fall for our 9-man rotation, guys. I'm going to go ahead and simulate this final season. We were at like, what, 60 wins last year, man? We're going for 70 this time around, man. Trust in the new process, the crispy process. Let's simulate this last season and see what happens. Okay, so a record of 50-31, not as good as the last season, but still a good record. I mean, obviously, you know, sometimes you got a little championship fatigue out there or something like that. The rotation was a little bit different. I mean, Tice was actually a pretty big part of our team last year, man. Like, he was on fire a lot when it came to, like, his rotation and stuff. But I mean, you know, I tackled, I fell for the beautiful eyes, guys. The beautiful taco eyes out there. So here we are with 5 less wins because of that. All-NBA first, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third. We do got Joel Embiid making that. No Ben Simmons this time around, but he did make all defensive, of course, as well as Matisse did. But yeah, man, we are now the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. Anything can happen with that. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, who were the 2nd seed last year, are not in the playoffs. That's kind of weird, but that's 2K for you. Player stats on the season looking like this here, man. I mean, you know, Buddy Hield compared to last year, he had better efficiency. So it looks like coming off the bench was actually pretty solid for him. The scoring wasn't that much far down, so I think that definitely was a good move by us. Dinwiddie was fine. Garland, 11 points, 5 assists. Still only 22, so he's got plenty more time to develop. Taco at 7 and 6, which beats out Tice's numbers last season, so we're all good. Here we go, man. First round. Hope you guys can see we do have the Boston Celtics. Simulate round right here. See what happens. Come on, guys. Taco's former team. We get them 4-1. And we do got my Detroit Pistons here in the second round. We got the Pistons in the second round, man. Don't be pissing me off this video here, guys. You all pissed me off enough in real life. Okay, simulate round. Let's get them in. And we are back in the Eastern Conference Finals against the #1 seed Milwaukee Bucks. Can we stop Giannis? Or is he going to be sending us home here, man, to a Philly cheesesteak? Simulate rounds. You also eat Philly cheesesteak? Oh, we just lost. Okay, man. Well, I guess go give me a damn Philly cheesesteak, I guess, guys. Philly cheesesteak's pretty good. I didn't really have, like, a good one before. You know, I've had, like, McDonald's Philly cheesesteak. No, not McDonald's. I don't know, not like an actual Philly one. I'm sure they're delicious. But what's not delicious is that Giannis just dropped 47 points on us. Buddy Hield was nice in that game. Joel Embiid, 6 for 17. A little bit of a choke job out there. But regardless, you know, we did win a championship. I still think this team's in a really good place. And it's just, you know, time for something new, man. So it is what it is. Hope you guys did all enjoy this video. If you don't mind dropping that like, of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. And peace out, my friends.